Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Scarra here. I'm here to talk to you about something that you guys may already know about. Recently, I started a Discord community, and I'm really going to be using it to just accrue feedback, as well as anything that you guys would like to send me in terms of messages. I'll be there constantly, so if you want to reach me, I know a lot of people ask me, like, what's the best place to reach you? Like, you can reach me through Twitter, you can reach me through Twitch, but a lot of times that may not be as consistent. I will try to get back to you as much as I can over Discord, especially if you have feedback for me and any of the content I create, whether it be interviews or my stream. If you think you have the answers, if you think that what I'm doing isn't good enough, I want you to tell me what I can do to be better, because honestly, I'd love to hear it. Sometimes I just can't think of fresh, new, innovative ideas. I'm hoping people out there can make me a better person, if not a better streamer, if not a better interviewer, if not a better content creator, a better me. Anyways, thank you guys a lot. I hope you guys have fun out there. The story to Setsuna is a combination of something and something. By now, I don't even remember. All I remember is my original name was Prissant, because okay, let me paint this out for you. Oh, what the heck? Okay, so why is it cutting out like that? That's kind of, hello? What? An error occurred. Please try again later. Oh, that's just random. All right, anyways, let me jump back in there. All right, so Setsuna is this. So essentially, how I do naming schemes is I try to okay. It's a combination of a couple of things. Wait, I don't want this. Why? Who cares about this shit? Give me a new one. Yeah, don't save. So what I do when I try to do names is I try to combine. Well, first of all, okay, I think names shouldn't be too many syllables. You're not trying to name like a Lord of the Rings character. You don't need to be Sir Gandalf the Grey, Lord of the Underkeep, or something like that. And also any name that has an apostrophe in it automatically is negated. Like, that's not a good name. I'm sorry. So what we do is we want to look for low syllable names that come off the tongue really well. Like something where you say, you're like, oh, okay, that's not bad, you know? So, alright, you go this, and you're just like, okay, so how did I make, what are the three names I have? Okay, so I have Scarra. Okay. So how did I make this name? Well, this was really young, and I had a combination of my first two accounts, which was, well, I guess it was this. So that was my first ever user. Oh, not my first ever. It was one of my usernames I used for something. When we had to share our emails for a project in middle school, my teachers were not amused, so say the least. Anyways, so it comes from this. So what did I do with this? I wanted a low syllable name. You know, at the very beginning, I looked up to players like Boxer. Boxer was kind of my introduction to esports, and I was just like, Boxer? Oh my god, it just rolls off the tongue well. Like, he's a boxer, you know, but he's like also these boxers. So like, okay, I was just like, let's just axe all of this. All this is out. So we're left with Scar. Okay, I like it. What can I do with this? And of course, me being like 16, my infinite wisdom was like, what if I just add a vowel? So like, eventually we came down to something like plus an A is equal. So if you guys can't follow me right now, please go back to middle school, because this is just an easy mathematical formula. You need to refresh some of your knowledge. All right, so let's go on to my second name. My second name was Prissant, and these are talking about names I've used for a while, like in multiple games. Okay, so Prissant. This is where it's, I went through a lot of iterations of names, you know. I don't know. I wanted something like, I've always liked names like Atlas, but stuff like that's like always taken. You know, anything that's like remotely close to mythology or any of that's just completely gone. All the Greek mythology stuff is really gone. So how did I name this name? All right, so people who don't know, I used to play this weeb anime RPG or like MMORPG called Priston Tale. So it came from, I used that as kind of like the base. So Priston Tale. I'm sorry, it's really bad. It's really hard to write with my mouse on this. So Priston Tale was one of the RPGs I used to play a lot, actually. If people don't know what it looks like, I could just pull up like a gameplay video real quick. So, ah, wow, this is apparently a second one. So, it's something like this.
Hi guys.
Okay, I don't care about this guy's voice. So, this is definitely not the game. What? This looks way worse than the. Alright, but let me find another game. That looks not like what I played. Let me maybe look at this one. I guess this is what I played. Wow, that looks terrible. Like how I must have been really stupid when I was a kid. Anyways, so I used to play Priston Tale. So I started with Pris, and I was like, what can I add to this? And in my infinite wisdom as like beginning high school, because the first name I made in middle school, and okay, so of course, as you grow older, you get smarter, right? So in my infinite wisdom, I looked around me, and I was like, what can I do to add myself? And I think I had like a quarter next to me, and I was like, what do quarters represent? Oh my god, cents! And then so what I ended up doing was, where is my stupid cursor? Priston is essentially a little bit of this Priston Tale. Okay, you take this out and you add a cent. And in my infinite wisdom, as beginning high school, I then came out with Priston. Are you guys following me so far? I'm actually so bored. I actually don't think I've ever talked about all this stuff at the same time. So anyways, we've already talked about two. Now we go for the third one. Sasuna is the name I recently came up with when... I don't even know why. I don't know how I even came up with this. I think I originally wanted to name my name... I wanted to name it something like Scarra. Because I was playing a game where Scarra, in every iteration of Scarra was taken. Arax was taken, which is the backwards of Scarra. Scarra with like 2 C's, 2 A's, 3 A's, 5 A's, 3 R's. I was running out of ideas. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to come out with a new name. So I wanted to do like Scarra. So what I liked about Scarra was like how the ending rolled out. Like the Ara, you're like, it like rolls off the tongue. I can't roll my tongue, but if I could, I would. You know what I mean. Anyways, so I asked the start of Scarra, and I ended up with I wanted something like Cesara, but I couldn't get that. So I used a lot of different combinations, prefix combinations. I still couldn't figure out anything that kind of worked with Ara. And then so I just axed my suffix completely. Like, so all of this just got like completely destroyed. So, and then I was left with these two. Like, I was left with a prefix that came kind of out of nowhere. And I don't know how I got to this name, but I eventually came up with Suna. I'm pretty sure I was watching like an anime or something. I don't even know. So it's essentially just this, but it's just really awkward. So anyways, that's how I came up with my 3 names. And you know what? I think it would have been it would have been better if I just told you I used the WoW random name generator. But I'm really bored. And apparently when I press fill, I still don't get into queue times fast enough. Oh, and then someone, of course, literally as I came up with this name, I used it once, and they're like, Scarra, what's your name what's Sasuna backwards? That I thought about it, and I'm just like, alright, this name sucks. But it's alright. I like all the names I came up with. Scarra, I don't think I've ever made a name that's as good as that. Everything else has kind of just been like, eh. I like Scarra a lot. It rolls off the tongue. Sure, it's a little bit feminine. I know a lot of back when sci-fi actually had good shows. No offense to anyone who watches it right now. It used to have this show called Stargate SG-1. I was a huge fan. I watched Stargate like multiple years. But I actually found out Stargate went on a lot longer than I thought. And one of the side characters' names was actually Scarra. And someone called me out on it back in like the original Battle.net channels. It's in Diablo 1 or like StarCraft 1. They were just like, that name? Are you a Stargate fan? I'm just like, yeah, I watched Stargate. You stole the name. I'm just like, no, I'm the original. But apparently I was maybe like a year off. But yeah, I think Scarra is my favorite name by far. Like nothing really even matches. It didn't matter because my top lane invaded instead. I have 3 winning lanes and I'm winning the jungle matchup, so this game is over. What's up, guys? I'm here to talk to you about a special thing. Maybe the camera just got a little bit weird. Alright, that's cut. Take 1. Take 2.